Gentlemen and the lady, if you remember the 90s, when DnD was about rolling math rocks and making questionable life choices instead of expressing your character's emotional vulnerability, well, this show is for you. This is the theater of the mindless D&D chaos. A place where critical fails are mandatory, plot armor is optional, and the DM's suffering is a feature, not a bug. Here, a roll of 4 means multiverse sends you a lovingly crafted what the fuck straight from a Magic the Gathering deck.
Your dreams have been answered, Mr. Chaos.
Oh no.
It'll be
It's a
snapped
4!
back.
It's a 4!
4!
No.
Because our DM hates himself almost as much as he hates balanced encounters.
Let me go, you little...
If you survived the last episode, you can skip this sad attempt at a recap, I wouldn't judge you. But if you are new here, let me paint a chaotic picture. So, who do we got here? A lawful and not very smart guard gnome Vom, a sneaky sorcerer Rand, and a satyr druid Rebur, who, let's be honest, has no idea what the hell is going on most of the time. These 3 geniuses ended up lost in some forest, somewhere between Moldur's Gate and Baldur's. Yeah, Baldur's Gate. Anyway, Rebur, being a druid and all, was kinda shocked it was the most crowded forest he'd ever seen. Why, you might ask? Because every 5 steps they ran into some alleged businessmen, also known as forest charlatans,
Who wanted to invite them on a party. Robert didn't like those individuals, and Rand and Vom didn't like them either, so...
During an epic run for your life sequence, they accidentally crashed into none other than Vom's brother-in-law, the one and the only, Linda Belarusian.
We found Balrusian face down in the woods. Vom lost it. Rand and Rabir are just watching the chaos unfold, completely disconnected from it for a change.
And no, he is not Lando Carp, whatever, Cian.
Let me help you, friend. And I cast friends on him.
On who?
On Lando.
Lindo!
Lindo.
Or
From
Lando. That's a sore spot for our lovely DM, and we don't talk about why.
The very moment where we ended is where Lindo passed out from all the craziness again, and that's where we ended our last session. And I'm like, okay, finally, you have actually like a couple minutes now to breathe. Nothing else is like going on. And you all notice that Vom had like a quick exchange some words, and he already mentioned to you that he doesn't like him or that he knows him.
So Rabir wants to offer him a white nipple. Good sir, you seem like having a hangover. I really have something nice in this small awesome pipe, and I would love to share with you.
Oh, this unconscious scoundrel here.
I'm snoring, by the way.
I'm trying to wake him up.
Oh,
Good sir, good sir.
so you shake him. Is that...
I shake him, yeah, and maybe a little clap in
Okay,
the
so you
face.
blew the chance to ask Vom literally anything you could have wanted to ask about him. But okay, so
That's what happens when you're out smoking white Nepo all day and night. Or no, this is the ghost leaf. This is actually real stuff, you see.
let me remind Rabir that this is actually Ghost Leaf. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is not what Nippo.
You smoked all the white Nepo that was actually rocks a while ago.
From now on, I think that I don't know how it's called, but I thought that it was white nipple. I thought that everybody else in the woods smoked this shit.
All right, man. Well, you do you.
While you're offering it to him, the ghoul whiskers jumps off of Vom's shoulder, and he's like, I'll take that. So he's like, meow, 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 and he starts like pawing at your pipe.
Oh,
frantically.
dude. All right. Sorry, bro. Sorry. This little fella, I know him a little bit better, so...
Vom drags him away, and we're like, we need to have an intervention for this guy.
Hey, Vom, who's Quizaya?
Weezaya. How do you know that name?
What do I read in Vom's mind when I say that name?
There's
Surface thoughts. Only surface.
Yeah.
I'm not digging deep.
first thing that comes up is he has a warm feeling, and you see this young gnome, kind of a little taller. You can see she's probably like 7 or 8 years old, but whatever that is in gnome years. And there's like an admiration coming from Vom as he looks upon her. And then the next thought it switches to is her and him seeing her and Lindo peeking through a bush, seeing them fraternizing, chatting, innocent, but in a flirting, obvious way, in like a corner in the woods, you know, and him kind of feeling disapproving and a little bit nervous.
So I lean over to Rabir and I say, "Hey, Quizaya's his crush."
No,
Oh, this one,
Oh.
this guy, this big guy.
No. Quizaya, his girlfriend, this passed out guy's girlfriend, is Vom's crush.
Bruh, this is why you are a virgin. You did
Yes.
not fell in love with someone who is already taken.
could you say this to?
To Vom, yeah.
Well, of course I love her. She's my sister.
Oh,
Okay, that's different. All right.
He loves her, or does he?
who's Bargfila?
Again, you see them three now in their childhood, and there's a whole little happy gnomish family. But Barfila has a bit of a kind of like a snarky scowl on her face, like a kind of know-it-all attitude, and she's kind of giving her sister a little bit of like I can do anything you can do kind of vibes.
So this is another sister?
Indeed.
They're both sisters?
Hmm.
Uh-oh,
I
Rabir,
wonder
there's
what Rand
problems.
knows otherwise, because clearly he
There's
knows
problems.
something.
Rabir, we gotta keep this problem from Vom. I think he's gonna lose it.
So yeah, I think Vom at this point is kind of looking at Rand both like quizzically and suspiciously. Like, what does this guy know? Like, why is he? And then kind of looking at Rabir. Can I make an insight check to see how much he feels Rabir knows about this? Because he already obviously knows that Rand.
Sure. Yeah. Any excuse to roll the dice, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, let's do a quick insight. Oh wow, this is a rare high insight for Vom. A 20 unnatural.
Oh, natural.
No, unnatural. 19
Oh.
plus 1.
Oh, then I think your headache just gets worse. Sorry about just fuck with you.
Do I roll something?
What? No.
Yeah, he'd be rubbing his head and he's looking at Rabir, like kind of reading his expression to see, does Rabir know a lot? Are these two in cahoots in some weird way? What would his insight be on Rabir?
Rabir doesn't know shit.
Okay, so he sees the vacuous expression of a drug-fueled satyr.
Yo, Rabir, can you give us your
He's just-
facial expression right now?
Yeah, do it.
I want to see this.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
I think he has no idea what's going on.
He's curious. He's a bit curious.
So then he immediately dismisses the idea that you guys are in cahoots in some way, and then looks back at Rand and he's like, "How do you know so much about my family?"
I didn't know it was your family.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled it from his mind. And by the way, you might want to not stand too close behind him because there may be something bad about to happen over there.
So, Vom takes a step back, very confused, but trusting that Rand seems to have these extrasensory divinatory powers. He's kind of
Vom, how close are your two sisters?
close. You mean?
Yeah, to each other. Do they get along? Are they close?
Barfila has always been jealous of Quizaya. At least that's what I think. She acts like she's some kind of rival and always trying to one-up her, so they don't get along very well.
All right, here's what we need to do. Rabir, you need to give him a puff from your pipe because I got to tell you some bad news and you're going to want the blow to be softened.
Vom?
Yeah, Vom,
This is
My bro, there is
take a puff.
the last puff. Dude, someone has to take it. I have to share it with it.
Do it. Trust me. I saved you from falling to your death from a Pegasus.
And trust me, it does feel good, dude.
My mind tells me I shouldn't, but my heart tells me I should. And he takes the pipe. He's got a little flame, prestidigitation flame comes off of his finger, and he's about to take his hit. And what happens?
Right before you're about to hit the ghost leaf, which I don't know. Does Vom know what that is?
Maybe nature or history.
Yeah, nature or history.
So, anyways, I'll be generous and give myself history, but it's still an 8.
You know it's a drug. I mean, you know it's gonna
Yeah,
fuck you up, basically.
but he doesn't know the.
But you do know that this is the thing that somehow made Rabir fall off the Pegasus.
No, Rabir fell off, but Vom didn't pay attention at him. He didn't even notice it.
Rand saw it, but
Okay.
Mom wasn't paying attention. He was getting mugged by a ghost cat at the time, I think.
He was in the middle of an important conversation.
Yeah, as ghost cats are wont to do. Okay, so right as he's about to take a hit of this drug, but he doesn't really know what it is, but okay, I mean, Rabir suggested it, and we all kind of trust each other, right? More or less. So right at that moment, you kind of hear some footsteps. You don't need to roll for this. You hear some footsteps from behind, and I'm guessing you all turn to look, and you see, if you do, you'll see someone with that, pretty well dressed, kind of like Lindo, dressed a little bit too nice for the forest. Perhaps a bit rough for wear. Again, like Lindo, some cuts and scratches, and maybe the clothes are torn in a few places. So
This is the most populated forest I've ever seen. So, Rand, what do you think? Should I prepare my entangle?
Yeah, for sure.
I prepare.
I do it.
he's still too far away so you could actually talk for like a minute before he would get within earshot.
Rabir can cast it closer to us because he can't see it. Whoever's approaching, he can't see it coming.
Okay.
And he'll just walk into it.
What you see approaching, a dapper gentleman, about 6'2" tall, brown curly hair, striking green eyes, extremely handsome. He begins walking up to you, and as he sees the party, he leans against a birch tree. You notice that his coat is kind of torn, the silk cut apart, and there's a red-brown, what looks like blood, dripping down his side. And he stands there, calm, almost theatrical, almost as if he just walked on a stage. And he says, "Oh, how delightful. A rescue? Perhaps an audience? Either way, I am saved." He stands up and looks at you and bows deeply. "My name is Face of House Velmore. Yes, that Velmore. Currently accepting assistance, admiration, applause."
Rabir bows.
Bomb exhales. He's been holding this. He kind of forgot that he had taken a big hit.
Oh,
Exhale, and it's like, this stuff is way stronger than I thought it would be.
I told you.
No, he's really there.
I didn't know that it is near Baldur's Gate. It is common to meet this noble. Are you noble or?
I'm the heir of Caravale. Noble I am. Are you noble?
I am.
You certainly look at least one of the lesser nobles.
I certainly am. You can't find a
What a
person
backhanded
nobler than I am in the first.
Yeah.
I start approaching, kind of limping with my hand out. Nice to meet you. What is your name?
I'm Rabir, the probably leader of this little gang.
Don't forget, you're king of the Pegasi, too.
In the spare time, right?
Yeah.
Right.
What sort of kingdom is Pegasi?
They are creatures of freedom and sky. They don't belong to any kingdom or any king, except for me.
I knew you were going to say that, dude. I don't know how.
I love it.
That's badass.
Except for
If everyone can roll me a perception real quick, you may hear something. Or
natural 20.
holy guacamole. Sheesh. You guys are rolling hot today. Let's see what the other guys roll.
13.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of conversation with Face. I don't know if I can.
Yeah, okay, with disadvantage.
When-
Face
with
with
the disadvantage.
disadvantage.
That was a 19, but
Ooh.
now it's a 2.
20 and 21.
Wait,
Oh.
for real?
Not natural, not natural.
But still, jeez. So, Face, you have no idea what's going on. I mean, you're just focused on them, obviously, right? You don't know anything else.
I'm clearly interested in what Rebers has to say, and really interested in myself as well.
Vam, you see. Wait, what did you roll against 13?
Yes, a 13, but he's also kind of remembering that he saw something very strange out of the corner of his eyes and smelled something. So he's also kind of looking back at that to see if it's.
Yes, you
Oh,
do.
yeah, I should see what that is.
Like that little flash of that same kind of like pink fur that you saw. You see it again. But again, that's all. Again, it's the same thing. Really, nothing new. But it's a different tree now. It's like a different part, like from a different direction.
Did you guys see that?
Dude, I told you about the rainbow effect.
The rainbow.
Just wait for it, bro. Just wait for it. It is going to hit hard.
I don't know. Maybe it's stale or something. I don't feel anything, but
Just remember, when it kicks in, let me know, because I got something to tell you.
Oh.
You're going to want the full effect before you hear this.
So it's funny as you mentioned that. you notice his like fingertips just start to get a little bit translucent. Just like his fingertips, that's all. The rest of him is there. And Vam, I'm speaking about you, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe you don't even like notice it for the first few seconds, just because you're like, you see that pink thing, you're like, what is that? And you don't really think about, again, what you just spoke. You don't even know what it does.
How far is the tail?
Say a couple 100 feet. It's like far in the distance. Maybe 100. Let's say 100 feet. That's why you only see you don't really see anything out in the trees. So you see the tree branches moving as it moves. So you assume it's like walking on the branches.
Can I recognize the animal?
It looks like it might be a monkey.
So I am familiar with those.
You've never seen a pink monkey, but you've seen a monkey of this size before. Again, you didn't see the whole body. You just saw a tail and maybe like a couple, like the feet or something. But just from that, because you rolled really well.
Dons his shield, and in his other hand, he starts to conjure the preparations for a spell, and 3 ghostly circles start kind of spinning around his other hand as he looks for another sign of it.
Vom, creatures in the forest are Rabir's thing. So you let him take care of this creature. I got to tell you something. Is he still fading out?
Both of his arms are like pretty much almost completely like translucent. The rest of his torso and his head, everything else is there. Rabir were to look, he knows exactly what's going on because he just
So as he dissipates the spell he began to conjure at Rand's suggestion, he looks over and notices his arm disappearing. Yeah. And I don't think he knows what the effect of this is. So he's like, a curse. I've been cursed. Where am I going? He looks over at Fate and he's like, you've cursed me with your strange magics.
Dude, do not panic. It is.
He holds him back. I feel like he's like one of those things where you're like, the bros are trying to fight at the bar and the other bros like holding them back. And he's like, let me at him.
Bro.
Rand puts his arm around him and casts calm emotions on him and walks him over into the woods. It's all good. Face didn't do anything.
He's still
this time.
Just enjoy.
And he walks him over to the side and says, all right, I got to tell you, that piece of garbage on the ground over there has messed with both of your sisters.
And at that moment, he's like, and you know, like someone like wakes from like one of those snoring, like sleep, like, and he just like a big yawn and stuff, you know, like cracks the neck, and he kind of like slowly stands up. This is the dark dwarf, by the way.
Baum looks surprised, but not in the way you might expect. He gives like a scowling glance at Lindo and then looks back at Rand and says, the shame he has imparted on our family has traveled a great distance. Wait, what do they call?
Does he say that loud enough? Like, can Lindo hear that or no?
Yeah, sure. He'd actually like Lindo to hear
He's
it.
a little high, so he's probably being really loud.
Oh, yeah. Ha! How dare ye, you young whippersnapper? I mean, my brother, what are you doing here, dear Vom?
I love my niece and nephew. Norfs are an abomination.
Vom, I thought I had the love and support of the entire family. You know, poor sweet Lindo Balrisian, could never do harm to. I love my Quizia. What's her name? Me and Quizia, we have a bond that surpasses the universe of love. Because we gotta
stink worse than your flagellants, you pirate scum. And he starts to go at him. I don't know if anyone wants to hold him back, but he's going in.
Oh, I'm definitely not holding you back.
Okay.
I'm like,
and dude, as you go at him, I think that's the moment where you just become completely invisible.
Oh,
yeah.
So I think he's gonna swing at him, but probably with disadvantage because he doesn't really know where his arm. He's not like gonna, he's just giving one proper punch. It's kind of like
that's fair.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my attack.
When he attacks, I'm gonna have my mage hand wrap around his fist, and I'm gonna like push it.
Whoa! How do you don't know where his fist is?
Oh yeah, I don't.
That's a good point. Oh shit,
that is a good point. I can't.
You know what?
I'm gonna make my mage hand just punch him in the face with him.
Oh, so you just assume, or Rand assumes that Bomb is going.
Yeah, he started running toward him with a
I feel
balled
like he
up
saw
little
the
gnome
wind up,
fist.
and then it's
There.
like,
So yeah, he wound up and he's about to throw the punch, and then he disappears. So I'm like, I'm getting in on this, and I punch him with my mage hand.
Hold on. Rebir wants when he sees that you are prepared to punch him in the face with your mage hands, he asks you, didn't we give the Vom the chill weed to keep him
Yeah.
away from trouble from this guy?
But I gave him some bad news, and that this guy was cheating on one sister with the other sister.
I feel like this conversation will happen after the swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is too much.
will.
I just wanted like a quick reaction.
He rolled
Go to the
a. Do I just use my regular attack?
You have advantage to hit because you're invisible. So
See, okay. Well, my first roll is better. 14.
yeah, no, for sure, because he doesn't.
Okay.
So yeah. Where are you hitting him, by the way? This is
Oh,
actually
right on the beard, I guess. So it'll be I rolled a d4, so 2 plus his strength, so 5. Decent.
Yeah. So what happens is, first of all, it really hurts your fist because it's like a solid dwarf that you're punching. Like that's like
That's fair.
bone. But for sure, you just smack him. It's like a split set, like as a look of surprise, because like he has no idea how you were literally right there. He's having a conversation with you, and then you're invisible. So he's just like, wait, where'd he go? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like whoop. Like slow motion, like in the movie, like with like the jolly, and I think like maybe a tooth goes flying.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Everyone, roll me a quick perception, real quick. I think something falls out of his breast pocket actually. While you,
Net 20.
oh my God, you guys, stop it.
Yes.
I only rolled a 9.
That's an 18.
Okay,
13.
what you guys?
I had a 9.
Okay, so you don't notice anything, Vam? Well, no, Vam is like,
13. Yeah. Okay. I don't think he'll notice.
yeah. But Rabir and Face, you both see glass ball, like about this big, like fall out of his breast as the dwarf gets punched. Like he's like that, right? And his torso goes like that, upturns, a glass ball falls out of his breast pocket onto the ground and rolls a little bit.
Move my hands with a little flourish, and I cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
And I send the Mage Hand to go and grab the ball.
So Vom, I think calm emotions is still in effect, and so after getting that initial angst buildup out, he immediately feels like much calmer and a little bit ashamed of his outburst. So he steadies Lindo and says, "As much as I loathe you, you're still my brother-in-law." So a visible voice comes out.
And you're like holding him by the shoulders, kind of like not in
He
aggressive.
kind of steadies him, in a firm but not like mean way. And then once he's steady, he takes his hands off of him. And
1-7. Hey, where are you? You were right. Are you there? And he kind of like reaches out his hand, and I guess like unless you move out of the way, he's gonna do one of like the blind.
Get off of me. We're still not cool like that.
I'm trying to find where is Vom and try to warn him. Just dude, I did forget to tell you about another effect. So you probably do not want to get in action in this condition.
Does another effect kick in while he's saying this?
No. I mean,
Okay.
maybe your head gets a little bit light, but in like a good, like a high kind of way.
Is my headache better or worse?
Oh, it's better. It's gone actually.
Yeah. Oh, good. I mean, my head feels great. Probably.
Meanwhile, I move closer to them, keeping my eye a little bit on this little green ball on the ground.
Wait a minute, it's not on the ground. I believe. Sorry.
Have I been able to pick it up? Is that something I can roll for?
Your mage. You know what? Like.
I am attempting to snatch this without anybody seeing it. That was the subtle casting and the flourish of movement.
Then yes, sleight of hand. Great. So I would say that you're going to be successful, but this is just to see if they notice or not.
Yeah, that would be that'd be a 23.
Oh my God, you guys killing it.
I'm gonna roll perception just because I want to get a 4. Oh, actually.
Yeah, you can
I'm gonna
all
roll it
perceptions.
too.
If you can tie a 23 or higher, you can see it.
I don't.
I
I
didn't get a
actually
4.
literally had no chance because I have a -1. So
If he picked it with the mage hand, I probably saw it because I paid attention on the ball.
Oh, but you're right because you did see it.
you saw the ball.
I was paying attention on that ball right after I. How can I like? Can I not see it disappear or?
Yeah, good. What would you say, John?
I would say he should roll perception,
Okay.
and you would decide. He doesn't. If he beats the 23 somehow, then he saw the whole thing. Yeah. If he's close or nat 20, then he saw it disappear.
Okay. So yeah, that's a good idea. What did you roll?
But before I rolled a net 20.
Oh, on this
perception.
Perception.
Yeah. So he
Okay.
definitely saw when Face made it disappear, but his invisible hand or his mage hand is invisible, so it just disappears. Like 1 second, Rabir's looking at it, the next second it's gone.
Okay.
Okay. I like that.
If I didn't roll net 20, I would go chase monkey.
Yeah.
It made my decision.
Rand, there's a pine cone that falls on your head. Roll 1d4 head damage.
A D4.
Four.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
1.
He's trying to force it. He's
Sorry,
trying
you
to
took
force
one
it.
pine cone damage. I tried.
DnD will decide when to roll
yeah.
in, bruh.
Hey,
I can't force it.
Giving it a shot.
Otherwise, it will be another rope.
Right. Wait, okay. Just remind me, what is the last, right before we stopped? What happened?
Bomb's invisible.
Right?
He just punched Lindo.
Right?
Lindo got punched and smacked with a mage hand. Face jacked the green orb that only Rabir saw and then saw disappear. And then I think that's it. I think that's where we left off.
It's such a shit show already.
And the monkey's
there's a monkey.
in the tree somewhere, but nobody's even paying attention. to
We
it right
do
now.
not need 4.
And you don't even know what else is going to happen right now to add
Right.
to chaos.
Oh no!
I want to
oh,
roll
no.
a 4. What can I roll
no.
for right now?
Okay.
I can give you guidance. So everything you will roll, you will add this little baby, I guess.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea. Something is going to happen, but I want to give everyone one final, let's call it a reaction or describe what you're thinking or doing right now. And then we're going to have something happen.
So Vom just steadied Lindo and told him that even though he deserved that, he's still his brother-in-law. And that's the last thing.
You know what? Actually, I want to give you inspiration for that. Was a very cool.
Yeah.
You literally just punched him in the fucking face, and then you're like, bro, but I gotta respect you. And he's confused. He still doesn't know how you're invisible, what's going on, but it was cool. And Rand, what is Rand doing?
I think right when Vom says that about you're still my brother-in-law, that's when the mage hand slaps him across the face.
Vom's like, it wasn't me, I
And
swear.
he thinks it's invisible too, so he thinks it's Vom, and I'm loving it. No, I'm not slapping Vom. I'm slapping Lindo. Vom is like, you deserve that, but you're still my brother-in-law, and then Mage Hand slaps him across the face right then.
Okay, do you roll for damage?
I rolled a 17 to hit, and it's only 1 point of damage.
Oh,
it's like an unarmed strike.
It's not a D4 for damage.
No, it's not for me. It's just 1.
Okay, fair enough.
It's just 1 damage, that's right.
Oh, well, so 1, I'm currently bleeding out slowly, keeping a good face at it. 2, I have this interesting green bulb in my pocket, and I still have my mage hand floating around behind my back. 1, I'm curious on what the group is doing, so I will subtly brush my hand against the Rebir and cast Bardic Inspiration on him and say, oh, it's this quite exciting adventures in the woods today, isn't it?
Rabir, it's funny. Face gives you that bardic inspiration. I think you just kind of you're surprised and you kind of react, and a pine cone actually hits you on the head.
Fuck.
1d4 damage. Come on, do it.
How many pines are there in the woods?
There's so many.
All of them.
1.
Oh, we
Okay.
keep getting one.
Yeah, I look up where it came from and remember there was a monkey, and I immediately start climbing the tree where the monkey.
Walk towards that tree or run or something.
Is it on which direction? Do I move by Vom and the Lindo, or is it left or right or?
Yeah, you would have
straight,
to. Let's say you would have to walk by them in order to follow it. Yeah, because it's past them.
So okay, 100 feet in meters. Well, 1 second.
About how many?
30 minutes.
30 feet,
meters.
34
maybe.
feet.
Okay. Well, I will go to the nearest tree
Okay.
and climb the nearest tree. If they are somehow connected, I will try to climb on the level of on surface level with the creature. Probably a little bit closer to it, so they will be like 50 feet between us. 50 feet.
Uh-huh. I suspect you've got some kind of scheme up your
No way.
No.
Nothing's happening here.
And as you're climbing the tree, now here's the moment we've been waiting for.
Oh no.
I'm so excited. Okay, now all of you hear this in your minds, like telepathically. A soft, eerie voice echoes telepathically in your minds.
We are Baba Shroom, the Shroomstein Collective. Willkommen, Wanderers, to our land of mystery and wonder, where you have unknowingly tread every 5 Minuten. A riddle shall test your wits. Answer correct within 90 Sekunden, and we shall bless you with spores of power. Fail, and you release spores of fear and distrust. Seid mal vorbereitet.
And
No, riddles. Oh no.
yes, the riddles. And
Holy shit.
Hear his voice
soon as
in
this-
our minds, but we
as
don't
soon as
see anything still.
You don't actually, Vam. I will let you decide if you hear that or not, because you can choose right now if you want to be in this plane of existence or if you want to be on like Mario Kart. You know, it's up to you.
Roll.
Roll.
Why do you always look forward to this?
Yeah, I told that one of the mushrooms is not PG. The smiley one.
Yo, he's just chilling, bro.
All right.
This was Ivana's idea. My wife. She came up with this idea. So yeah.
All right.
That okay.
Now I see where the non-PG one comes from. God bless your wife, bro.
I'll pass that along to her. So right after you hear this in your heads, these mushrooms literally, because obviously you would have noticed them if they were there before. So they literally, like before your very eyes, they grow with like lightning speed, and you get the sense maybe they were just like hiding, or for some reason they decided not to show themselves until this very moment. But they may have actually been there all along, just waiting for the right moment, which apparently is now. So they're gonna grow out of the ground, all like everywhere what you see. And the first riddle
Before
Yeah.
we go, so am I on a tree or not?
you are on the tree, yes. So
I'm climbing fast away. Can those spores reach me on top of the tree?
I was waiting for you to ask that, and my answer is you will have to find out. You don't know that.
All right, fair enough.
I'm going to do this, and then we're going to go back to Vam. I want to hear what kind of plane of existence he's in. So Vam, you actually, just so you know, I think unless I'm going to rule it like this, because I was not expecting you to take a hit of the ghost sleep at this point, but got to roll with it. So you can choose if you want to be in this plane with them, then everything will affect you, good or bad. But you can also choose not to be there, and then you're fine. You know, like makes sense?
Is it a choice or is it like a 50-50?
I think you got to roll for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you should roll. Yeah, I think you should roll.
Good.
So you all hear this voice, the German accent in your head.
What has cities but no houses? Forests but no trees? And water, Wasser but no fish?
And the timer will start right now. I even have an old school sand timer here. So here we go.
Oh my god, 90 minutes, 90 seconds. This
It's a
guy.
map.
Oh,
Sorry, was
Everybody.
Face trying to say something?
Everybody, it's a map.
Yo,
What?
You told me this morning. You said you were not good at. I told him about this, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know."
He lied.
He lied. What the?
I'm not good at it. Face of Elmore,
Oh my god.
Doodle contest art is excellent.
What do the mushrooms do when Face aces this test?
So that's what I'm looking at. I accidentally.
He didn't even bother. He thought we were gonna fail, so he didn't even make up rewards.
Yeah, no, shut up. I did. I swear to God, I just lost it. By the way, out of game, I wish that you would have like pretended to struggle a little bit, like, ooh, that's such a hard riddle. Oh, guys, I don't know. What should we do? But no, nothing. Like, at least act that shit out, you know? Like,
But I could see someone, if he's particularly intelligent and knows riddles and stuff, maybe he's heard this one before, or it's easy for him. Maybe he's just like, imagine someone who's like, you must answer the riddle to pass the bridge. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, map. You're like, oh.
oh, right.
Yeah.
It does make sense.
All right. Pass the bridge, I guess. I mean,
Go
Whatever.
ahead.
And honestly, he's leaning against the tree, bleeding out, with a little pine cone scar on his head, and really doesn't have time for your games. What he really wants right now is a nice bath, a change of clothes, a little bit of wine, and not to deal with your bullshit riddle game. So yes, the answer is map. What's way to the road, which way to the palace, and which way to the bath?
Well, the mushrooms give you no answer mentally. However, you do feel, or you see, actually you all see this, you don't have to roll for it. You see kind of this green cloud, these green spores and mist just like spray out from all the mushrooms. And I would like everyone to roll me a D8 and tell me what the number is first, and then roll me a D10. So D8 and then D10.
And your dreams have been answered, Mr. Chaos.
Oh no.
It's
Will
a
we
4!
snap back?
It's a 4!
4.
No.
Yay!
Oh!
And meanwhile, did the rest of you guys roll me 1D8 and 1D10?
Yes, I already did.
And then I'm going to go, and then Vam, why don't you roll me the D100 that you've earned?
Sure thing. 21.
I want to do this in front of your eyes here. Is Vam back in the rest of the existence of
Yeah.
Atlas? Okay.
He came back to the material realm.
Okay, let's go from Rand down. Rand face Revere. Okay, Rand, what was your D8?
D8 was a 1.
Okay, you don't get affected because I'm only counting even numbers. Face, what is your D8?
6.
A 6. Congratulations, you're going to get a positive effect. What? Roll a D10. What was that?
3.
A 3. Okay, I will send you. You have Mycotian Surge. And Rabir, what was your D8?
I get 6 on both.
So this is your effect. You have Spore Blink Transients. Like if it's like, there's one that's like teleporting. I don't know if you got that. So it's like you can kind of blink a few times, teleport a few times.
Rand, when no effect happens, he thinks this all is a bunch of hocus. He still thinks Face is a little bit like shady. He's not telling the truth. So he's just gonna like storm off. He's gonna use his mage hand to hold Lindo down, and he's gonna rifle through his pockets.
Lindo's like, what the heck? And he can, by the way, Mage Hand is not invisible right now, right? He can see it, or
No, it's invisible. Mage hand is invisible. So it doesn't hold much weight. It would just like press on his chest. So if he tried to get up, it would hold him in place for a second. He would easily overpower it.
yeah. So which pockets?
He's wearing a jacket, so it's going to be the jacket pocket.
So what you find is a copy of the itinerary for the masquerade, which you got from Samanthea.
Yeah, my sister. Yeah.
Right. But the difference in this copy versus the copy that you got, like the public standard copy, is this actually has handwritten notes that are kind of like additions. And there's actually a kind of a cool, I don't know if you guys will see, if you get any more of these, you'll notice that there may be some kind of theme to these, that it was based around something.
Vom's back, but can we see him?
This would be a good time for the effect to start to wear off. So yeah, let's say he's starting to phase back into this plane again. Make me a Constitution saving throw, Vom.
Well, that's pretty good. We got a 20.
Damn, you guys, like every other roll is a 20. Like,
That's a lot of fun today.
Next time, DM. Next time.
well, congratulations, Vom. I don't know why. You can explain this why, but you have zero side effect. You're like totally good.
So yeah, he kind of shakes it off, feels it dissipating almost as fast as it came on. You know, I don't think that helped me handle the news much better, but it was certainly a new experience. And now he's kind of seeing Rand wrestle a bit with Lindo, and for a moment, right?
Come rifle through his pockets with me before he's fully awake.
Wait, hold on. Is he? Oh no, he's still awake, by the way. So he's kind of like putting up a fight. He's just like, unhand me, you. I don't even know, you pointy-eared bastard. And he's trying to like get up.
I see them doing that, and I kind of hobble over, less and less able to cover my my wound that continues to bleed out. And I go, oh, let me help you, friend. And I cast friends on him.
On who?
On Lando.
Lindo!
Lindo.
Or
From Lindo.
Orlando.
And he's like shaking his fist and he's like struggling at Rand. And then he kind of looks at you, he's like, Rand. And at that moment, he's like, Oh, but how long does the spell last?
1 minute.
Okay,
And I
yeah.
just have advantage on charisma checks.
Ah, friend. And he's kind of like giving this like dopey smile, like, yes. Oh, these bruises. Oh, from Puntaco's gang. Oh, they roughed me up good, they did.
I look at Vom and say, should we give him back to Puntaco?
Vom, I think at this point is just completely overwhelmed by everything that's occurred. And how long does calm emotions typically last?
That would have been gone when already.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that like it faded just recently, so it's kind of like almost like all of the madness that's occurred is flooding, that's been repressed by this spell, floods back in that moment. And at this point he's almost like catatonically blank face, blank stared, and he's just almost shaking a little bit.
So that's a yes.
Oh, Puntaco, Lindo, who is? There's two of him, and he points at face, and he's
Two
kind of like
faces?
losing it. Yeah, two faces. The voices in the forest. Did you hear them too?
Sure. Yeah, I did.
He's kind of like backing up as he says this. Maybe he like half stumbles over a tree root, and you can see like something's like not right. He's not quite. He's not the same as he was before. Kind of having a bit of a breakdown of some sort. I think what he would do if no one stops him or does anything, he's gonna just start like jogging just into the forest, the opposite direction from everyone else. He's heading in some random direction into the forest just on his own.
Do I see the monkey?
Are you still, wait a minute, are you still in the trees, by the way?
Yes. I didn't want to climb down.
Yeah. So you could roll me a, let's say investigation, because you're actively looking for it. So that wouldn't be perception, that would be investigation. 20?
16.
Yeah.
Okay, you got like a hit of this green stuff, then it made you feel really powerful. But you weren't paying that much attention because you were more focused on the monkey. So yes, you do see the monkey. He's only 3 trees, so he's gotten closer to the group. He doesn't see you, but he's keeping his eye and everyone down in the mushroom fields.
I want to teleport to it.
He's doing like this.
I'm teleporting right to him.
Oh shit! You're using your powers. Okay,
I'm teleporting right to it.
We're gonna get
This
back.
monkey is fucking trippy.
Yeah.
Just look at it.
We're gonna get back to that because now it's overtime for the mushrooms to give you. You're still in the mushroom field. Every 5 minutes, they're gonna give you another riddle, and you're gonna have to answer it.
Hello, did you miss us? We are back. Pronounced as one letter and written with 3. 2 letters that are, and only 2 in me. I'm double, I'm single, I can be gray, I'm red from both ends, and the same either way.
I'm sure Face knows it already. He's just letting you guys have some fun.
I.
Sorry, I don't think I heard you correctly.
I.
No, nose? Is that what you said? Nose? Lips?
This is a Russian accent, but N-I.
Oh, the ears! Yeah. No. Okay. Dude, how did you get it that quickly, though? Really?
I don't know. As soon as, I don't know, really. That's only one that I can assume that it is one letter and read as 3.
Okay, I gotta stop from now on. Like, I'm never using riddles again. And I thought, like, at least you have to, like, I imagine in my mind you'd be, like, debating about it. Like, oh, it could be this or that.
Do not give us only 90 minutes or 90 seconds.
Yeah,
we will speak with,
No,
with
this
each
is
other.
good. I like these riddles. Brink of madness. He just hears his voice in his head that's like, I and 3 and backwards. And he's just like, well, covering his ears and just like completely just doesn't know what is going on with him. He thinks it could be some kind of weird effect from the ghost leaf, from this. Yeah, it's just all too much. So that's where he's at, and I'll let you go.
Keep running you don't turn back though. You keep running the other way.
Yeah, for now, I think that's what I'm feeling.
I'm going. Rand would go after him. Rand doesn't want Vom to run away by himself and maybe get hurt. So he would maybe Misty Step to catch up with him and then try to calm emotions on him again.
Rebir will teleport to monkey, grab it, and there are 10 more teleports.
Yeah.
Teleport back to them.
I'm going to have you roll Dex to see. I mean, it is a fucking monkey in a tree. You have to see if you can grab it. So why don't you roll me Dex?
Okay.
What do you get?
Yeah, I got 2.
Oh! I think the monkey, he just...
Excuse me. Plus modifier 4.
Oh. Sorry, not
the
the
good
good
1
one.
minute, please.
You know what? I'm going to give you Rabir. I'm going to give you inspiration.
And don't you have bardic inspiration?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Monkey, get over here.
Do you know what that? You know what bardic
13.
inspiration does, right? You know how much you get to add, or do you not?
1d6 to
Ah,
save skill checks.
He might have heroic inspiration as well, because you gave it to us yesterday.
Yes, I thank you. I forgot about that. Yes,
So he could re-roll it entirely, and then bardic inspiration it.
if you want to.
so I ran like 13 with the modifier,
Okay.
and I want to add d6,
Yeah.
Okay. You really want that pink monkey.
15.
Wait. Oh, okay.
So
I thought he rolled a
Okay,
4 on the
monkey.
D6.
Let's see.
he's very upset now that you've actually caught him, and he doesn't know how the hell you just got there like instantly. He's very confused and he's very angry. He's like, oh, you bastard! But that's what you hear in your head. He doesn't say this out loud because he can't. You know, he's a monkey. He's just like, oh. But you hear telepathically. He's like, let me go, you little.
No, bro. I'm trying to tie him down with the rope.
With the
that rope.
With the rope, yeah.
With the rope.
Roll me dex again. So you're holding him, but you have to roll dex again to see if you can like tie him up.
18.
He's like trying to get away. How do you do this? How do you tie him up?
Well, that's pretty tricky, right? I'm holding in him with the left hand by his head. No, by his ear.
Oh, okay.
His ear. You little monkey. I know how to handle little monkeys. Get over here, my bro. I have less than a minute to tie you down. And with this thing,
Okay.
I think that he was a little surprised when I teleported right behind him.
Oh, he was angry, but also very surprised. Like,
That little gnome, we have to catch him up because he probably has my pipe. So get over here, bro. I need you, rope and pipe. This is gonna be nice.
yeah, and he's like, and he's like snapping, and he's trying to get up, but you've tied him up, and he's just like, and now he's just like biting him. He's like spitting you.
Now, you little monkey. Keep your teeth away.
Okay, you hear in your head, he's like, I'm telling Puntaco about this. You're in big doo-doo.
Do not care. Puntaco is far away, bro. We dealt with this motherfucker.
He goes, that's what you think.
Oh shit.
Congratulations, you've caught yourself one evil pink monkey. I hope you're happy.
I am.
Let's go back to, or let's say Rand, like you catch up with Vam, right? I mean,
Yeah, I Misty stepped to catch up because he got a little bit of a head start on me. And then I cast calm emotions on him again to try to get him to calm down. So that would be a charisma saving throw. Please roll a 4.
Oh, 5. Can you believe it?
That's a fail. So he is basically charmed. He's calmed down. I can push those evil thoughts out of his head.
So I think you would confess to Rand. Rand, I don't think I'm cut out for this. I should have stayed back in my village where at least I knew my place. This is all so strange. Stranger than magic.
Yeah, I agree. But if you stayed in your village, who would punish Lindo for his misdeeds?
Is that my purpose?
Yes.
That what I've been brought here?
So
Okay, so at least in this moment, I'm wondering if
you believe me right now.
then I must do what must be done. But I don't know what that is. Rand, what must be done?
I think you must take up your sister's honor.
which sister?
Pulls out his warhammer
Both.
and he says, I will do what I must. And makes a beeline back to Lindo, ready to knock his head in under the effect of this charm.
And this actually, I'm so glad, objectively speaking, that you arrive back to like where Lindo and the passed out faces.
So as a bomb arrives on the scene, he's like, Lindo's taken another victim. Ah!
And I'll remind you all, Lindo has been charmed and has been charged with healing me. So the last thing I did was charm him.
yo!
Mom doesn't know this,
Over
though.
his dead body.
Mom doesn't know this.
Yeah.
You have to do what you have to do. I'm just letting the group know
Oh, sorry.
for the next hour or until unconscious, Lindo is charged with healing me.
And so Vam is like threatening him, kind of at the same time.
Bomb's just gonna attack him.
Oh shit. So his reaction, he's like, he's just like, wait, and he kind of like he huddles over Face like this, and he's kind of like protecting you, Face. He's like, I must help you may take my life, my brother, but let me please spare. It's like very dramatic. He's like, let me please spare my best friend, the only one who cares about me. And he looks at
in that moment, the warhammer comes crashing down against his skull.